Hey everyone, this is Elaine with Larkin Lane Creations. Thanks for coming back to my channel. This is my second video for the collaborative that I'm doing with Cool Cakes and Crafts with Amalia. Amalia had invited me and I accepted. I had never done anything like this before, but I had already had in my mind that there were some things I wanted to finish and some things that I wanted to do, like be organized. So if you watched my first video, they were due, I believe it was January the 15th we were supposed to put them on. This one, of course, is February the 2nd, and then our next one will be March the 2nd. From this point on, I believe they are the first Saturday of every month. And what we're supposed to do is say how we are doing on our goals and our challenges for ourselves, where we stand with it. A little bit about me is that I work for a general contractor and I am gone from my home 12 hours a day during the week. So sometimes for me, finding time to sit down and do crafts of any sort can be tough. Sometimes actually I will do them during my lunch just to get a break and be able to walk away for a little bit. But there were certain things that I had promised myself. So these are what I wrote up, during the introduction to the collaborative / my 2019 goals. So it's only been 2 weeks. So I kind of want to tell you what I've been up to and where I stand. I believe that's what we were supposed to do for our second video. So the first thing that I wanted to do was use what I have. We all have so much, and I'm sure that there are others like me. You put it in a drawer, or you tuck it in a bin or a basket, and then you forget you have it because you have now bought so much more. So my goal is to use what I have. And one of the things that I want to use for sure, and I have them on my art table here, and it's probably about, I'd say 30 bottles and jars of paint. And this is just a little sampling of what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong, I like this paint, but I've had it for a little while. To me, I like squeezing paint out of a tube or a bottle. I'm not real keen with the paint in the jars. Sorry. So anyway, I've got about 30, like I said, jars and a few bottles of paint. Now, in these 2 weeks, believe it or not, I have managed to dispose of 2 of the colors. So I'm sticking to it. I guess the next thing as far as using what I have is, scraps of paper and such. So I've been pretty good about that. Not being wasteful. One of the things that I've started to do, and I don't have any of them here with me right now, is we get a lot of catalogs at work from people that are no longer employed or, people soliciting us. And we may get, 5 of the same catalog. So what I've started to do is stack them up in my office, and I will open them and use them as pretty much paper to glue on. So I'm not making a mess on my desk, and I glue on both pages, and then I can flip it over and I've got another clean surface. So I've kind of been repurposing the catalogs. I guess, that's not being wasteful. And even like this paper here that my notes are on, it's something that I've had in the past, so it's even scrap paper. I write on the back. I cut up a lot of paper and use it for scrap paper. But, that's kind of an easy thing, but it's not being wasteful. The other thing is now I had said that I wanted to finish journals that I had started. So I've been working on some. This is the one where I have quotes and then I do some stenciling. It's never meant to be elaborate. It's never meant to have been, real colorful, I guess. It's meant to be a quote that meant something to me, that whether, I'm in a sad mood, a glad mood, a happy mood, a mad mood, that quote at the time means something to me. So I guess in the last couple of weeks, I know I have decorated these pages, and I think these are all with Stencil Girl stencils. I'm pretty sure about that. So I have decorated these. This one I believe I wrote fresh. This one is a fresh one. Oop, dang, my pages are sticking. Don't you hate it when that happens? And I usually have wax paper in between them. I'm sorry about the noise. So obviously that was a fresh page, and this is a fresh page, and that's all the farther I've gotten. But I am very close. I think I only need like 8 more quotes. Now I'm not one also just to write a quote in here just to do the book. I really wanted this book of quotes to be there for a reason. They meant something. They mean something to me. They have meant something to me. So I do have a little bit of ways to go. Like I said, about 8 more. I did pick up one today that I need to do. So I'm close. I will get this done. Hopefully I'll get this done and be able to show it to you in a little bit more detail for the March video. Then this is the journal that I had told you that we had started at the Stencil Girl retreat. So I've not really done a whole lot in it, but it is the next one that I am going to tackle here in my art room. I'm close. Again, it's, you know, not a whole lot of pages. I've got paint pretty much on all of them, and some embellishments. So it's going to get done. But I got sidetracked too. You think, oh, that's not very much in 2 weeks, Elaine. But I am going tomorrow, which I am recording this video, clear transparency. I am recording this video on Thursday evening. Friday, I'm going to a rubber stamp show a little bit north of Atlanta with a couple of friends. And one thing that the stamp show does, it's called Heirloom Productions. One thing they do is they always like pick a topic and you do an ATC card and you submit it, and then the vendors will vote on you. So the theme for this one is happiness is. So I have done an ATC, and I have to tell you, when I think of happiness, the first thing I think of is my little long-haired Chihuahua, Sissy, who is the sweetest, the cutest. I mean, she never makes a peep unless you're playing with her. She is a darling. So that's what I did. I made an ATC with her, or of her. Now, I'm going to tell you, this isn't necessarily my best work, but it is, and I'm not sure the camera's going to pick this up. It is 3-dimensional. And what I did is I've always made, when I've done ATCs, I'm in a group, a Yahoo group called ATC_fun. When I do ATCs, I always make one for myself. I always keep what I call my artwork, one for myself. So that's what this is. It's one for the show to enter, and then I'm going to give each of the ladies one as a little souvenir kind of about our trip, a reminder, and then I will keep one for myself. So even though I have not worked in my journals and finished what I've started, I have been artsy this week. And like I said, it was fun, and I hope that they do at least get a kick out of it. I'm sure many of them feel the same way about their pet. The other thing that I've done, and this is going to kind of be big on the screen, but I have made a Goodie folder for the ladies that are going to be going on this journey or this adventure with me tomorrow. So I've got all kinds of paper embellishments. One of the ladies' name is Dee, and the other one is Pam. And you've heard me talk about Pam before. We've gone and had lunch and have exchanged tips, and she's really good at vintage journals, and from what I understand, Dee is really good with junk journals. This will be the first time Dee and I have gone off together. So I'm very much looking forward to it. So in this case too, I have, been busy collecting things and going through my stuff. And I feel that that is using something that I have. I'm sharing it. And that's as important to me as actually using it. I've collected the things I have for a reason, and yes, I do like to share. The next thing on my list was to stay organized. Now, the first video that I'll do in March, or I should say the next video I'll do in March, I'm hopefully going to show you my art room. I have met my challenge of keeping my desk area clean. I do have one closet, excuse me, but I call it the closet from hell. It's where if we have company, I throw everything in there, tuck it away. I do still have to organize that. It has more than art supplies in it. You know, it's got the gift wrap and the bows and the ornaments and extra greeting cards through the years, just stuff. So if I can get that closet organized, which I'm pretty sure I can, my next video is going to be, you know, what I have successfully completed, and it'll also be showing you the closet. And let's see here now, find the time. We've talked about the videos. I have been able to keep up with my artsy videos, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up with the one video a week for Amalia. And I almost forgot another thing that I have done in these 2 weeks, and I'm going to do videos to show you this, but is I went and participated, I shouldn't really say participated because I didn't go and do the preview, but an auction. And what this auction is that you can go and preview items on a couple certain days usually. They have maybe a couple afternoons. And then what they do is on a certain day at a certain time, they open the auction online, and every item will go up for 3 minutes. Or, excuse me, every 3 minutes. And then if somebody bids on it the last 2 minutes, it'll go back again for another 3 minutes. I guess they like the little battle and, of course, want to get as much money as possible. So I did, should I say, win some items. So I do plan on giving some videos on those items, and they're pretty neat. Things that I guess I never really knew existed and didn't really have an understanding of. But I went for it, even though this time I didn't preview them ahead of time. The preview was 3 hours from my house. Now, I did drive over there and pick up my items. I have actually had them mail them to me before when I've not gotten a whole lot. So anyway, that was another thing that I had been up to also. And then let's see. All right, so pretty much that's everything. Let's see. Oh, I do have 2 retreats planned. One is a 3-day weekend in May, and one is coming up. It's the 23rd of February, just for the day. And that video, that day I plan on working on the journal that I've shown you before with the from the catalog. So hopefully I'll be able to show you that also on that first Saturday in March when we do our videos for the collab again. So anyway, please check out the other ladies that are part of the collab, and I will have their links to their YouTube channels posted as they will do for all of us. And again, I want to thank Amalia for believing in me, that I have something to say and something to share. I do appreciate it. And like I said, come on back and you know, let's play and see what we can do. I appreciate your time and that you do spend with me. And please, you know, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I am just a small channel, but I'm trying to make an impact, and especially with my upcycling, I do want to try to make at least a little bit of a difference in this world. So anyhow, I appreciate it. And again, thanks, Amalia. Bye, everybody.